All right, cyberspace explorers, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite cyber primate, G-Force, here and today. Oh man, today we are talking about something that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening. We're talking about the first human to get a Neuralink implant, like in their brain, mind, blown. Have you seen the headlines? It's everywhere. And honestly, I've been buzzing about this since I heard. It's not just about playing video games with your mind, is it? There's got to be so much more to it. And to help us peel back those layers, I've brought in a brainiac, an expert in all things futuristic and fascinating. Welcome to the show, Dr. Eris Thorne. Thanks for having me, G-Force. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. And you're absolutely right. This is a monumental moment, and it's easy to get caught up in the headlines, but the implications are truly staggering. Staggering is an understatement, Doc. So let's just cut to the chase. We're talking about Nolan Arbaugh. This guy is basically a real life superhero now, right? He's playing chess, controlling a computer with his thoughts after a devastating injury. Can you even wrap your head around that? For someone who's lost the use of their limbs, this is life changing, but I want to go beyond the wow factor. What's the Kral science behind this in layman's terms for my amazing followers? Absolutely. So, at its core, Neuralink is a brain computer interface, or BCI. Think of it as a translator. Your brain is constantly sending electrical signals, tiny pulses of information that control everything you do, from thinking about what to eat for lunch to moving your fingers to type on a keyboard. What the Neuralink implant does is it has these ultrafine threads, much thinner than a human hair, that are surgically implanted into specific areas of the brain. These threads are packed with electrodes, and they can detect those electrical signals. Okay, so it's like listening in on the brain's conversations, but the brain isn't exactly speaking English, is it? How does it translate those pulses into commands for a computer? That's where the sophisticated algorithms come in. The implant picks up the signals, and then a processing unit, often external or connected wirelessly, decodes these patterns. Our brains are remarkably consistent in how they generate signals for specific intentions. For example, when you find out to move your cursor to the left, your brain fires off a particular pattern of electrical activity. Neuralink software learns to recognize that pattern and translate it into a move cursor left command for the computer. It's a process of machine learning, where the system gets better and better at interpreting the brain's intentions over time. So, it's learning Gyuk. It's learning how your brain says move the cursor. That's wild, because my brain might say move the cursor in a slightly different way than say you or Noland. It's personalized brain decoding. Precisely, and that personalization is key. The system needs to be calibrated for each individual. What's remarkable about Nolan's case is not just that he's controlling a computer, but the speed at which he's been able to adapt and achieve this level of proficiency. It speaks to the power of the technology, and of course, his own determination. Let's talk about that determination. Nolan Darbaugh. He was paralyzed from the shoulders down after a diving accident. Imagine the sheer frustration of having your mind full of thoughts, desires, and the will to interact with the world, but your body just won't cooperate. Then this comes along. It's not just about playing games, is it? This is about regaining autonomy. What are the broader implications for people with paralysis or other neurological conditions? As the implications are profound. For individuals with conditions like ALS, spinal cord injuries, stroke survivors, or even conditions like locked-in syndrome, this technology represents a potential pathway to regaining communication and interaction. Imagine being able to write emails, control assistive devices, operate a wheelchair, or simply connect with loved ones through a device, all powered by thought. It's about restoring a fundamental human need to interact with and influence our environment. That's what gets me, that fundamental need. We take so much for granted, don't we? Being able to just reach out and touch something or type a quick message, and this could restore that ability. But whenever we talk about something this revolutionary, especially with Elon Musk at the helm, there's always the what if. What about the, let's call them the futuristic concerns? The keyboard is dead kind of stuff. Is this the beginning of us merging with machines in a way that feels a bit unnerving? That's a very valid concern, and it's one that ethicists and scientists are actively discussing. Right now, the focus is overwhelmingly on therapeutic applications, helping people who have lost function. However, the underlying technology of a brain-computer interface, especially one with direct neural connection, does open doors to more advanced capabilities down the line. The idea of enhancing human abilities, or even direct brain-to-brain communication, while exciting to some, raises significant ethical questions about privacy, autonomy, and what it means to be human. Privacy, autonomy. Those are massive. If a device is reading your thoughts, even if it's just for movement commands, where does that data go? Can it be hacked? Can it be used against you in some way? And what happens when this technology moves beyond fixing what's broken and starts augmenting what's already working? Where's the line between therapy and enhancement? These are precisely the questions we need to be grappling with now. Establishing robust ethical frameworks, strong data security protocols, and clear guidelines for development and deployment is crucial. The conversation needs to involve not just the technologist and the scientist, but also policymakers, ethicists, and the public. Transparency will be absolutely paramount. People need to understand what this technology is, what it can do, and what the safeguards are. Transparency, yes. And accessibility. Because right now this is cutting edge, likely very expensive technology. How do we ensure this isn't just a tool for the ultra wealthy, but something that genuinely benefits humanity across the board? That's a big societal challenge. It is. And historically, with revolutionary technologies, there's often an initial phase of high cost and limited access. The hope is that as the technology matures, as production scales up, and we're already hearing about Neuralink's plans for mass production of their surgical robots, cost will come down and accessibility will increase. The goal, as stated by Neuralink and many in the BCI field, is to eventually make these solutions widely available, but it's a long road and requires careful planning and investment. Mass production of surgical robots. Just saying that out loud makes my first stand on end in a good way. It signals a serious commitment. So, Dr. Thorne, let's zoom out for a second. We've seen Nolan Darbaugh playing games. We've talked about restoring function. What's the next big milestone you're watching for with Neuralink and the broader BCI field after this first human implant? I'm watching for increased functionality and sophistication in the control. Initially, it's cursor control and simple tasks. The next step is seeing if it can translate more complex intentions into actions, perhaps controlling multiple devices simultaneously or enabling more nuanced communication like speech synthesis driven directly by thought. Beyond that, I'm eager to see trials expand to different patient populations and for the technology to become less invasive or at least more easily reversible if necessary. And of course, continued rigorous testing and validation to ensure safety and efficacy. Less invasive, more easily reversible. That's a good point, because this is still a surgical procedure, and as you said, the ethical frameworks need to keep pace with the tech. So let's bring it back to our viewers. What's the one takeaway you want everyone watching to have about the first Neuralink patient and this breakthrough? My key takeaway would be to view this as a powerful testament to human resilience and the incredible potential of scientific innovation to overcome profound challenges. While the futuristic applications are exciting and deserve careful consideration, let's not lose sight of the immediate, life-altering impact this technology can have for individuals who have lost fundamental abilities. It's a beacon of hope and a reminder that we are constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. A beacon of hope. I love that. Dr. Eris Thorne, thank you so much for breaking all of this down for us. You've made something that could be incredibly complex feel so much more understandable, and honestly even more awe-inspiring. My mind is officially expanded. For everyone watching, what did you think? Are you excited? A little freaked out? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, the future isn't just coming, we're building it. G-Force out.